I didn't think it through all the way.
I was considering marriage, mostly because I just thought the first person you have feelings for is the person you have to marry. I mean, that's what my parents taught or raised us to think. But I'm not ready to settle down because I have so much freedom ahead of me and so much time.
Do you ever feel like your upbringing that was so strict about relationships and what was appropriate and what wasn't? Do you ever feel like that's almost a hindrance now when it comes to realizing that, like, it's okay to be young and date?
Yeah. My parents always just said, like, God will show you the one you're supposed to marry. And I don't doubt that, but I don't believe it's gonna come without dating.
I look back when I was your age and I was so entrenched in, like, everything I was taught.
And I don't let so much like what my parents taught me, at least anymore. It took a lot to grow out of that.
Yeah,
But-
and that's what I meant, like,
yeah.
that period.
I really want to see Micah and Moriah do well, and I don't want them to make the same mistakes that Ethan and I made. We just both grew up in an environment where we really couldn't think for ourselves, and that carried over into our dating life as well, where everybody made all the choices for us. Like, my in-laws and my parents made all of our dating choices for us and what we were and were not allowed to do, and it just isn't healthy.
We were basically taught no kissing before marriage.
Yep.
No sex before marriage.
Practically
Anything like
no looking before marriage.
Yeah, almost down to that.
One time, my mom saw me kiss Olivia, like, on the cheek, and she came up to me afterwards and was like, "You were, like, this close to her lips." And so stuff like that makes it even more awkward, you know?
Yeah.
No touching, no feelings before marriage.
Part of the reason why Ethan and I got married so young was because we were so tired of all the restrictions. We weren't allowed to text each other until we got engaged. When we first started dating, we were allowed to talk on the phone for 1 hour every 3 months. Like, it was really stupid. And that's part of the reason why we got married so quickly, because we were just like, screw that.
There's a quote that I love that says, "A strong woman can do it all by herself, but a good man won't let her." So it's just like, you gotta be capable of doing it all alone, but somebody that loves you that much will just, like, be right there for you.
Hearing so many things from my siblings, I want to move slow and maximize relationships so that we don't make the same mistakes and end up losing something special.
Because I think, like, even for Ethan and I, we didn't think a whole lot of things through for ourselves. And I wish we had, and so I like hearing you guys' perspective of where you are.
That's one thing that I've tried to learn to do more is think a scenario through before you do it.
And you guys can
before
learn
it
from
happens.
us. Like, we've made mistakes, and you can look at our relationship, and you can say, I don't want that. Like, that's totally fine. You can learn from us.
Honestly, y'all have been, like, the best role models, like, as in, like, every relationship struggles and stuff like that, but being able to watch you guys mature together and stuff like that, it's been relieving.
We're a family. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
It's what we do with them.
I'm just so glad I have both of you as siblings. I consider you my sister.
I am your sister. Yeah.
Today we're having a cookout with the Gilberts. We were planning for outside, and then the skies opened up.
Favorite movie?
I don't have a favorite.
Well, just name a few that you really enjoyed.
All of them. Like,
Every movie in existence.
It's fun being with the Gilberts.
Don't make us knowledge!
But it's a little hard being back at the farmhouse and seeing another family all interacting with each other, just because our family is now fractured into 3 separate households. But I love all of them, and I just wish we could all get along.
Thank you.
But in the meantime, it just makes me all the more determined to not let this happen with my younger children.
All right, guys, so you fed us some southern cooking. So now we've got some good Australian chocolate biscuits.
It doesn't involve everyone drinking out of the same jug of milk, right?
Oh, yeah. You just chug this down and just
Pass it on.
pass it on. No. Although there's a ton of sugar in this, but we're good, right? Yeah?
We normally don't do very much sugar, you know.
This is iconic.
It's iconic.
It's
A special occasion.
yeah, I mean, it's not very often we have somebody from Australia offering us, you know, their native food. I guess it's fine.
All right.
Normally, we try to avoid sugar. In this case, though, I kind of look at it as a little cultural taste for the children.
All right, Levi, show us how to do a Tim Tam Slam.
So we usually bite both sides and then use it as a straw.
Pressure. This is pressure. Is it soggy? Oh, yeah.
And then you have to shove the whole thing in your mouth.
Bite down on it and then just keep sucking. It's coming?
Oh, I love the chocolate.
It's tricky. Gotta stick it in your mouth. Now you just eat it. And then you drink your milk.
It's really good and so messy, but I always love trying new foods, meeting new people, and seeing how other people live their lives and, you know, other cultures. It's always a wonderful experience.
Who came up with this?
Pure genius.
Plath family, get ready to go, because the night's drawing to a close.
It was really fun being with the Gilberts, and we might do things differently, but we have similar goals. It does my heart good to see a whole family just really enjoying the farm. It just feels like this is what the farm was here for.
So long, farewell.
Now we've got to clean up all this mess.
Well, the sun is set and everyone's shooting off their fireworks.
Yeah, we have our own.
So why don't we move into that? But we'll start with our lanterns. We got these lanterns, and Olivia thought it'd be cool to write on the lantern what we wanted to let go of and kind of move on from in the coming year.
I know, like, personally, I want to let go of fear. I want to be more confident in who I am and not let other people take my voice away from me.
Yeah. That's a good one. I want to put down on here that I want better self-control. I'm definitely enjoying my freedom, especially when it comes to like dating life, my romantic life. But I want to be the best person and like as mature as I can be, and not get into anything that I'm gonna regret later.
What'd you write?
I wrote on my balloon, my parents. Just, that was the only thing I wrote.
Pretty pointed.
Yeah. And looking back over my childhood, I do feel like I was sheltered to an extreme extent. And I feel like it's affected every aspect of my life, including my marriage. Not being able to see my siblings, it almost feels degrading in a way. That's something that is very hard for me to get over. I honestly do not know how I will get over that. To me, that's a boundary that has been crossed. I don't know how it can be taken back.
Okay, can I read mine?
Yeah, I want to hear what Sue wrote.
Okay, I wrote, I'm letting go of my past, but never forgetting what it taught me, remembering where I came from and why I left, and chasing my dreams and following my black heart.
I feel like how we were raised has really affected me.
It's like I've been judged and not accepted,
But I don't want my past to decide my future, especially if I'm gonna trust somebody in a relationship. So I need to kind of let go of a few things.
High fives for your first 4th of July. I'm glad mine went up.
All right, guys, let's go blow some stuff up.